Well, hello everyone. Yay. It's Friday. It's Friday. And what is this deliciousness that we have right here? You know how we started off? We have sangria. And guess what we're doing today on Deliciousness in Your Mouth? We are making sangria. What? Yes, I'm so happy that we get to do this together and that we're going to make this wonderful drink because yes, it is one of my favorites. So I really just wanted to say thank you for being with me. This is what makes me so happy, and I can cook and enjoy, and so many people have asked me for this, so I really am looking forward to making this for you and with you. So let me have a sip of this. I was feeling very festive, thank you, because I said, oh, we're having sangria, and I pulled out my little red shirt. I'm like, cue the music, we're about to be on. So nonetheless, here's to having a wonderful time with me tonight while I share with you one of the things that I really enjoy making, not only for myself, but I really enjoy making for my friends. It's easy and delicious, and it's a wonderful thing. So here's to you for being with me and doing this for yourself. So what we're going to do, let me put this down before I drink it all. We're going to start off. I just want to let you know we're going to make a couple different kinds of sangria. And we're going to make a red one, red wine sangria. We will make a white wine sangria. And we're also going to make a sake sangria. Now, I love, as you know, or maybe you don't know, but I really love Asian cuisine. So I'm always thinking, what can I make to go with all the food that I love to eat and make and everything like that. So I came up with my own version of a sake sangria. Again, what we'll be doing is 3 different kinds, and I really started kind of making drinks to complement the food that I was making. It became, I would be at my bestie's house, and I'm like, you know what would taste good with this? You know what would taste good? You know what kind of drink would taste good with this? So I just started, for everything that I cooked, I just started making little different kinds of drinks. But the sangria really, it's always right. It's always time for it. So it really goes with a lot of things. And if you don't want like a really heavy drink, it's really nice. It's light, but that lightness can fool you, because I know some of you out there have went somewhere and you were like, oh, this is really, really light, this sangria, and next thing you know, for lack of a better word, you get toe up. So this is what so I understand that, because sometimes you can make it so good you forget it is alcohol. I like to start us with a little bit of a history lesson, not a big one, but a little bit. As I was researching this, sangria coming from Spain, and basically it was actually introduced to our country kind of, where it caught on, that is in 1964 at the World's Fair. The Spanish booth was there, and next thing you know, the Spanish booth started handing out this wonderful wine punch, and we never looked back. We were like, what is this? We love it, and everybody was in it. We were all dancing. So and we're still doing that today. So without further ado, I am going to start off with, because it's my favorite, and so we're going to start off with the favorite, and that's what you've been looking at. So I don't like to make people wait. Let's just do it, right? And instead of just making a glass of this, I'm going to make it how I would make it for myself. It will be in this jug here. Traditionally, when you make sangria, it's really just wine with a selection of fruit. And the fruit infuses in the wine, and that's where you're getting a lot of the sweetness, and some people add sugar, but traditionally it was just the wine and the fruit. I like to have wine, maybe another liqueur in it, and I like to have the juice and of course the fruit, because there is absolutely nothing better than getting to the bottom of your glass and just eating that fruit that's in there. Yeah, that's good times. Okay, so since I am down to my last glass of my red wine, I said, yeah, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to make, this is about 64 ounces. It's just a container. If you have empty containers, empty water bottles, and it stores, and it'll keep in your fridge, and the fruit will be in there marinating, so anytime you are ready for some, it's there. So that's what I suggest for you to do, or at least that's what I do. So this is what we're going to do. Like I said, this is just a big plastic bottle, about 64 ounces, and this is what I always keep in my fridge, and I made this. So let me begin to show you all the goodies that I prepared for you. Okay, so we have a whole selection of fruit there. A lot of fruit and things going on. We also have, our ice and everything. And I'm going to be working with today, this is my favorite, even if it wasn't, if I was not having, if I wasn't drinking sangria, I love Malbec. I don't know. There we go. I think I'm trying to get the light right. Okay, so Malbec. The reason I really love this particular wine, because I'm going all over the place, but I want to be clear. When you make this, you don't have to use very expensive wines. That's the thing. If you're going to put juice in it, you're going to do all these things to it, don't get expensive wines. You get wines, though, that still taste good to you. Okay? You don't want to have some wine that you know that doesn't taste good and you're going to put some juices in it and think it's going to be better. No, you're just going to have some crappy tasting sangria that you don't really like. So I'm all about you having exactly what you like, but not spending a lot. And if you, I happen to get a lot of things from Trader Joe's, and not everyone has a Trader Joe's in their town. I know the East Coast just got it, Trader Joe's, and lines are around the corner. I guess I understand it because I love Trader Joe's here. But I get this Malbec, La Faneca Malbec, and it's an Argentinian wine. And I'm again trying to get the light right here so you can see it. There we go. Malbec. It's an Argentinian wine, and what's great about the Argentinian wines, they're great quality for a very low price. So I really like those. And Malbec in particular has a lot of fruity taste to it. It has some plums and cherries and things that are really good. So you want to, again, go in with the same kind of fruit, and so everything can be enhanced, right? Okay, so also what I put in this is Di Serrano, yes, some amaretto. That is my little secret there, some amaretto in this, because most of the times if you see recipes, they're going to say put brandy or maybe another kind of liqueur. I happen to love it with Di Serrano because that little almond flavor, it kind of hits you in the back. You're like, I know something's in there, and you taste it, and it's just magic. So we're going to move along here because I want to make sure I get all three in, because I know you want to make this. I know you want to have this right now. So here we go. I got my funnel. Okay, so let's start. I'm going to angle this down so you can see what's going on, because we are going to get this on and popping right now. Okay, so we're going to start off, and I don't usually, for this size container, I usually put about 3/4 of the bottle in. I don't actually use the entire bottle. So I'm just pouring that in, putting that in there right now. And I will also, on the on my other page, Deliciousness in Your Mouth, I'm going to put all of the ingredients, but also what it would be if you just want a glass of this. For the other ones, we're just doing glasses. So, and for them, I'll also put when you want to make a larger amount for the other ones. But yeah, this is about right. So I put about 3/4 of the bottle, and also if you wanted a little less sweet, then you just add some wine to it later. Okay, so 3/4 of the bottle, and then we're going to start off with our juices. So here we go. We have this deliciousness right there is cranberry pomegranate juice. I love using it. Again, it just enhances the wine because the wine already has all of those deep, rich berries in it. So why not keep going? So cranberry pomegranate juice, we're going to add a good 3 cups to it. And like I said, this is going to make a full one, and then we put all our fruit in there and let it marinate, and love will be had. At least for me. Okay, let's see. We're almost there. I'd say 2.5 to 3. Okay, and then we're going to go on to our apple juice, and this is apple cider. I prefer it. It's a little bit strong. It's like a spiced apple. It's a spiced apple cider, and again, love the flavor and what it does. So for this, for the spiced apple cider, we're going to put about 1.5 cups. Because that is such a great taste. Because of course, what are we going to add for fruit? We're going to add some apples. So, got that going on. Then, what else are we going to have here? We're also going to add, let's add our Di Serrano. In this one jug, we put a whole cup of Di Serrano in it. Yes. Yes, we do. And like I said, it gives it such a lovely hint that you kind of get on the end of it. I love to make things that there's also some kind of little surprise in it. Like you bite into it and later you get the rest of the flavor. So Di Serrano does that beautifully. And then we're going to go into our pineapple juice. So that was a cup of Di Serrano. And then we will do about 1.5 cups of pineapple juice. I like to have pineapple juice. It adds a really great flavor. Let's make sure that's what we have. Pineapple, yes. We got our pineapple in there. And then we're going to go in with our orange juice. And this is like orange and a mixture of orange mango juice. Also, you can find mixtures of juices. And again, you can use any kind of juice you want. But for me, this is really, really delicious. So I like to go with that. Okay, so here we go. And now we have our orange. So we're going to do that. Okay, so now that's all the goodies I like to put in this. And I actually do not add, I don't add spritzers like Perrier or seltzer water, but you can. If you're going to add something to this, either go with just something like Perrier, just a water to have bubbles in it. Because if you put like a Sprite or ginger ale, something like that, sometimes it makes it even more sweet, and so you may not want that. So now, so you know, like I said, everything is up to you, but this is what I do for my delicious sangria. So now, what fruit would we love to put in there? I have some apples cut up, and I usually put in, these are Fuji apples. Fuji apples are delicious. They are wonderfully sweet, and I always love to have them in there. I always also put a bunch of pineapple in there, because pineapple just makes everything wonderful. So I usually do, yes, apples, pineapples, and some oranges for sure. You put some oranges in there, and all of this overnight is just going to make this taste magical. And you just add more fruit in after you serve it, and of course you want to serve it cold. But that's it. I actually don't put too many other things in there, and maybe some plums. And really, whatever fruit you have in the house, that's what you put in there, because it is going to be delicious. But that is what we do. And so this, my friends, yes, it doesn't look like much until you do this to it. So, but that is actually a really wonderful tasting drink. Like I said, you can use other fruit. I prefer mine this way, and I will drink to that. Ah, yes. I just enjoy that so much. So we are going to move it right along. So we have that. And remember, all the drinks and the ingredients, and having them by the glass or keeping them in large containers, things like that, I will have all of the ingredients and the measurements there for you. So let's move along. Let's do the white wine. Okay, so now for the white wine, I actually like Pinot Grigio. So, and you don't have to use Pinot Grigio. Some people prefer Chardonnays. I like Pinot Grigio, so that's what I use. Or Rieslings, like traditionally it would be with a little bit of a sweeter wine. You don't want to go too dry, but I kind of like Pinot Grigio with it. It works for me. So, for this one, like I said, now we'll start with glasses. So this is what we're going to do. For the glass of your white wine sangria, we're going to start off with, first of all, this little thing is wonderful. It's a measuring shot glass. I'm telling you, this is the best little thing for liquids on the planet. Yes, I just discovered this. You may have it at home. I just find it really easy when it comes to putting drinks together, and when you have liquids, it's just great shot glass. Okay, so to make a glass, okay, we're going to do a 1/4 cup of the white wine. All right, so again, love this glass. It is wonderful. Then we're going to also add 3 tablespoons of plum wine. Now, I love, this is plum wine. This is actually sake infused with plum flavor. I love this. I use Kobai, or if you can't find Kobai, Kikkoman might be a little more in your vicinity, that you may be able to find this a little faster. That's one of the brands that I use, but this one I use more often. And it has a great, soft flavor. I wouldn't drink this alone. I like putting it with a bunch of other things. So let's get that in there. We got our 3 tablespoons of plum wine. Let's get that going. Let's see, turn that here. There we go, 3 tablespoons. So we got that. Put a little bit too much in there. Okay, 3 tablespoons of plum wine. Then we are also, what else? We have our white grape juice. I really love white grape juice. Now, because you're making a white wine sangria, you want to try to keep all of everything that you put in, you want to keep it a light color so it remains still a light, refreshing looking drink. So, white grape juice, this is what's going to give your drink a little bit more of the sweetness. Okay, so we're putting about 1/4 cup of white grape juice in there. Then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of pineapple juice. So let's get that going. Let's see, 2 tablespoons of pineapple juice in there. And I know you're probably thinking, what's she going to do with all these drinks? I am going to put them in mason jars and put them in my fridge. So when I am ready for a white wine spritzer, I will have it. Oh my God, I'm not kidding. And as well as when we get to the sake one, because I know I'm going to make myself some, probably some more dumplings and things like that tomorrow. So yes, we will. We don't waste things. It's unnecessary. So here we go. All right, so What's next? We had our 2 tablespoons of pineapple juice. Now, this is something a little special that I like to add in there. I call it ginger juice. This is actually ginger water. If you boil, take ginger, and I usually chop it up, and just fix my rig here. I chop up ginger, and really not so fine, but chop it up enough. I put it in a pot of water and let that boil. And the more you let that boil, the more the ginger is releasing its flavor. And then I just keep that. I strain it and I keep the water from it, and it makes this ginger juice. And so I really love, I use ginger in any and everything because I love the flavor so much. If you don't love or like the flavor of ginger, you don't have to put this in, but I feel like it adds like a nice hint of heat. So I'm gonna add, this is about a 1/4 cup. I'm gonna add that to our white wine as well, which is ginger, sorry, this is ginger water. And it's 2 tablespoons, I'm sorry, not a 1/4 cup, because we're just making a glass. So we're gonna add here about 2 tablespoons of that. And what I also like to add in here, because that is about it. I'll go over the ingredients again. So we got a 1/4, if you're gonna make just a glass, a 1/4 cup of white wine. Then we have 3 tablespoons of plum wine. We have a 1/4 cup of white grapefruit juice. White grape juice. And we also have 2 tablespoons of pineapple juice and 2 tablespoons of ginger juice. Okay. So now let me put some ice in here, because you know I have to taste this too. All right. So in this, what I like to add in this, definitely pineapples. We want to put some pineapple pieces in there. Then we want some green apples, because I love presentation. The reason I use, and I leave the skin on the apples so that when they're in the drink, you can see the different colors. You know, I'm all about, not only does things have to taste good, I really like for them to look great as well. So you want to do this if you're presenting this, not just to other people, but for yourself. You want to look at something beautiful. So, like I said, so we have our green apples, we have our pineapple in there. I'm going to add a little bit of strawberry, because now we need some more pops of color, right? I'm going to put our strawberries in there. And also, let's see, what else? Our plums. We got some plums, and we got some peaches. So, now, isn't that just delicious looking right there? Yeah. Let's give that a little stir, and we're going to give that a good taste. And yes, I'm tasting everything. When you spend your time here with me, I'm eating this food, I'm tasting it, making sure that it is right, because I'm about, the reason I call this deliciousness in your mouth is that's what I want you to be able to do for you. So let's taste this. Yeah, that's right on time. Okay. Woo! 2 for 2. Come on. I'm like, you're going to like that. So try that in any of the recipes, anything that you make that we had the pleasure of chatting with and being with together, doing it together. Please let me know. Send photographs and we'll put them up on the page. I'm getting the website together because I really want to see if you're enjoying this as much as I am. But anyway, that is our second, and it is delicious. Before I let go of the white wine sangria, I want you guys, you see this? This is chopped ginger. This, you're going to sprinkle this on top of that. So every time you take a sip, there's going to be this little tiny bite of ginger in there. Oh my goodness, it's going to send you into convulsions because it's so good. I know somebody's out there going, no, it's not. I hate ginger. It is so delicious. Trust me on that. But I wanted to make sure you knew Try and do that. Just take a little cube of ginger, chop it up, and just sprinkle it on there. So every time you take a sip, you're going to get this little bite of spice. And I didn't want to forget that. So sorry, I had to do that. But now, we're back. Here we are. This, one of my favorites, okay? So again, you can use a sake. You don't have to use a really expensive one, but I like Gekikan, and it looks like this, and hopefully, there we go. I like Gekikan. Simple, it's so inexpensive, but it still has a nice taste, and I love making sangria with it. The sake sangria has a lot of the similar things that the white wine sangria has. So we know we're going to start off first with our sake. So what are we going to do here? We're putting in 1/4 cup of sake. So we got our 1/4 cup of sake. And now, what else we have going on? We then will go with a 1/4 cup of plum wine. And remember, we're going to use kobai, okay? And this is, again, sake infused with plum. So we just need, not a 1/4, I'm sorry. Yes, a 1/4. See? You know what? Just drinking too much. I lost my train of thought. Okay, 1/4 cup of plum wine. Then we're going to go into a 1/4 cup of pineapple juice. Let's get that going. Right there. It's excellent. For good measure. All right, and then where are we going now? We have our 2 tablespoons of white grapefruit juice. 1 second, where do we go? Here it is. We got our 2 tablespoons white grapefruit juice. Then we also will do this is also this is the special thing that I add into this particular thing. Now, I don't know if you've ever had lychee fruit. I get these. This is usually in any Asian grocery store. In the Thai grocery stores is where I usually get this. But you may find it in your supermarket, and I actually like it from this brand. You know, different brands have different flavors, but lychee fruit, they're delicious. Let me show you what they look like. They look like this. They're really fleshy and sweet. They have little circle, because where that circle is, a little nut was in there. The seed was in there, but this is lychee fruit, and really sweet. They're so delicious. So I usually, I'll put, even when I have just hot sake sometimes, because sake can be really strong, how I cut it a little bit is I take the juice from the lychee fruit and I just put it in there, even if it's hot, and it's delicious. Also, if you serve it cold and you put a little bit of the juice in, and then or take a sip of the sake and eat the fruit, absolutely amazing. So we're going to take this. This is, like I said, delicious in it. You will really enjoy this. So let me angle this down again so you can see. All right, so we have our lychee juice, and with the lychee juice, it's going to, I usually put a bit more of it in here because we have the plum and the we basically have 2 things of sake in there. So the lychee juice, you really, it brings out the flavor. So I put about a 1/2 cup. Even in the glass, I usually do about a little more than a 1/4. So we're looking at about a 1/2 cup in there because it's really tasty. And that's it. So again, I want to just go over that with you. So we put in a 1/4 cup of sake, a 1/4 cup of the plum wine, a 1/4 cup of pineapple juice, 1/2 cup of lychee syrup, and 2 tablespoons of white grape juice. Now, the fun stuff that goes in. We have everything good in our glass here. So how are we going to now garnish this? Here we go. So this is what we'll do here for this one. Let's get our ice. And now, again, serving this, I love to have good colors in here. I'm going to put some blueberries in there because they are delicious soaked in the sake. Also, always put some pineapple in there because pineapple brightens everything up. Then we're going to add the plums in here. We're going to add some peaches as well. And again, any fruit that you choose is wonderful, but I'm going with flavors that will complement the drink as well. So now we're going to have a little bit of strawberry in there and apples. So in these apples, I left the skin on those so you can also pick up that red, the hint of red there. So there we go. That makes your sake sangria. So now let's give it a stir. Gonna give that a little stir there. And let's taste that. So, it's my third sip of the night of something different. What is going to happen this evening? So, let's taste this. We like that. Okay. See, that comes on really smooth. The only thing with the sake, because it's so smooth, and this could be nice and sweet, you really have to mind what you're doing, because this can hit you really quickly, really hard, really fast, but it is so delicious and so tasty. I want to show you what we did this evening, because I'm so glad that finally I made all of this for my friends. Because I really want you to be able to enjoy all of this. Look at what we did tonight. All of this goodness. All of that goodness right there. So we have our white wine sangria. We have our delicious red wine sangria made with Malbec. We have our sake sangria. So do this. Do this for yourself. Do this for your friends, for your family. And let them know how much you care. So, I'm so happy that you had a chance to be with me today. I'm very excited about you seeing me next week, you hanging out with me, because I'll have something else planned that's delicious for you. But do this. Take care of you, because right now I'm going to finish this and probably make me a delightful dinner. Again, always want to thank you for being with me. It is really special to me that you would choose to spend time with me here. All right, everyone have a wonderful weekend, and please put some deliciousness in your mouth. See you soon. Bye.